A reading from St. John's Gospel, chapter 13. Before the festival of the Passover, Jesus knew that his hour had come to depart from this world and go to the Father. Having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. The devil already put it into the heart of Judas, son of Simon Iscariot, to betray him. And during supper, Jesus, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, and that he had come from God and was going to God, got up from the table, took off his outer robe, and tied a towel round himself. And he poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet and to wipe them with a towel that was tied around him. He came to Simon Peter, who said to him, Lord, are you going to wash my feet? Jesus answered, You do not know now what I am doing, but later you will understand. Peter said to him, You will never wash my feet. Jesus answered, Unless I wash you, you have no share with me. Simon Peter said to him, Lord, not my feet only, but also my hands and my head. Jesus said to him, One who has bathed does not need to wash, except for the feet, but is entirely clean. And you are clean, though not all of you. For he knew who was betraying him. For this reason he said, Not all of you are clean. After he had washed their feet, put on his robe, and returned to the table, Jesus said to them, Do you know what I have done to you? You call me teacher and Lord, and you are right, for that is what I am. So if I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have set you an example, that you also should do as I have done to you. I wonder if you have ever had a Christmas dinner with a person or people with whom you feel so uncomfortable. The person or people might be your estranged siblings. They might be your in laws with very different political views. Or they could be your children who are practicing some new age spirituality you can never understand. But we can be diplomatic with these people. You may fake even a smile at them. But to a little worse, or maybe quite worse, if these people we have to share the Christmas dinner with have hurt us or our children badly, but never said sorry, it would be much more difficult to keep our composure during the whole meal. Now, to the worst, you are dining with your family on Christmas, but you have already found out your spouse has been cheating on you, and now your spouse is telling he or she is going out shortly after dinner with some unexpected excuses. Now, how would you serve your spouse at the table? Wouldn't it be a little too painful? Probably this is close to what Jesus felt when he washed the feet of his apostles at the Last Supper. Jesus knew who had betrayed him, but he washed all of them of their feet. And he continued the supper. He stretched out his hand to give the life giving bread to Judas Iscariot, who would hand him over in the same night. What is your image of the washing of the feet and the Last Supper? We may have a strong impression of brotherly love and sacrifice, and we may see Jesus girded with humility and gentleness. Indeed, Jesus served his disciples with humility and gentleness, and he truly gave himself as the bread of life. But let us not forget his strength of self abandonment to face his traitor. Let us not forget the piercing inner pain of betrayal he had to endure in the presence of his traitor. And let us remember his impartial love for all his disciples.